So Jim Broadhurst and Ken Frazier, who worked, what is Richard Andrews' field? He is a pharmaceutical product liability attorney. Who had the largest pharmaceutical liability defense case in the world? Vioxx and Merck and Kenny Frazier, who was general counsel. He's on the board because he received hundreds of millions of dollars in product liability settlements. He's on the board because his wife's parents are best of friends with Jim Broadhurst. And that's why he's on the board. Does that qualify him to govern over us?
Absolutely not.
If there were a democratic election among all the Penn State stakeholders, would any of those appointed members win a seat? In 34 months, we've had 9 accountable seats total on the board. 9 accountable seats. Every one of them has come up for election. None of the incumbents were retained, and none of the votes were close. What does that tell you? We don't want them. And now they're going to play games to try and maintain control, because for them, power is a narcotic, and it's addictive. And this time, Ken Frazier stepped too far. Ken Frazier has overplayed his hand, and Ken Frazier is going to find out that Penn Staters will not succumb to this piracy anymore. We will not condone those who prostitute the legacy and the soul of this university for their own self-interest. And now that Tom Corbett's on his way out, they're scared.
Yes.
They are scared, and that's good, because they should be scared. Because November 4th is coming, and on November 4th, they know that they lose their majority, and that's why they try and play these games. For all these years, having government appointees have a voting relationship on the board was fine, as long as Tommy Corbett was the one putting his proxies in there. But now, we can't have that anymore. Now we can't have that. It's the last desperate attempt by a bunch of scared rats. And we've got them on the run. And they can continue to fight, but they're going to lose, because eventually, right will win out. It always happens. It always happens. The Berlin Wall fell, the Soviet Union fell. It will happen. We have to fight, we have to keep it up, and we got to let them know that we know who they are. We know what they are. And they are pirates. We are Penn State. They are not Penn State. And it's time for them to go. And we had 3 speakers who didn't show up. What are they afraid of? I wrote to Mr. Barron, and I met with Mr. Barron before this meeting started. And I asked him, could I please get 3 minutes to speak? And if someone doesn't show up, could I take their place?
We had several
and he
people
said
that
no.
asked.